Hello everyone and welcome to Setting Our Weekly Intentions. Now I am at a new place, obviously. I'm staying at my granddaughter's and I'm trying to get everything all into my daughter's, looking after my granddaughter. She's just popped out with Dad for a quick swim. So I am doing this reading. So actually today is for me, at the moment, it's being recorded. So today's Monday, but you'll be seeing this Tuesday the 4th. But same sort of principle. I've had to sort of squeeze it on. Obviously, I'm not at home. Lights are a bit crazy. But anyway, we'll get there. It's all good. Let's see. I hope you've had a fantastic new year. And I'm all crooked here. It's just really got to cope, don't I? You've just got to cope with all these changes. Anyway, podcast this week is I've actually done a reading this week for the podcast. It's for the next 6 months. So I've done a 6 months reading on the podcast. Oops, one just jumped out. I want to tell you about this one. Okay, so this is what's happening with this one. It just jumped out on us. It's Isaiah, and it says it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over and guiding you, protecting you. So somebody was just asking about something about the new year. The new year is certainly about creating some new ideas and getting ourselves out there. You don't putting it into action, but it's all about putting it into action mentally at this stage, because it's about getting these new ideas and getting them to permeate. Like when you first find out you're pregnant, you're not having the baby straight away. You've got that 9 months to wait and get used to the idea and get used to different things. So that's what it's all about for the first 6 months. As far as that card just was concerned, it's about getting an understanding of the next couple of months and how we can go through it. So if we've got some ideas, that's going to be really good. All right, so I'm popping you down here now. This is a little bit different. And like I said, we have to learn to make do, and so I've got it all there ready for you. Let's see how we go. I'm definitely not got it all organised very well, but here's the cards. Here we go. You're not going to be able to see them properly. Oh, yeah, you might be able to see them properly. That's all good. All right, so this is for the first week. This is setting our intentions until this weekend for another week, and it's all about Crystal is the first one. It's all about having faith and hope, because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see yet. So similar to that card that just jumped out at us, it's talking about getting an understanding and having faith and hope, because we can't quite see it yet. It's not really that clear for us, but it's there. It's waiting for it to, it's coming through, it's permeating, it's growing, it's developing and moving along as we go. So that's all about faith and hope, because things are improving, things are going to get better. Obviously they are going to get better. The block is keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. Now, because this card's a block, probably what we're not doing is, well, at least it's for the next week anyway, we're not keeping that positive attitude. And look, things are going to knock us around. There's things that are happening all the time. Even where I am at the moment, the COVID is starting to come more prevalent. Now, in Queensland, we were very, very restricted as far as COVID goes. And it's now the borders have all opened up and everything's changing. And now it's becoming part of the norm. And we have to get used to that. So we have been keeping ourselves hidden. We have been staying in the dark and not moving forward. Now, the next week, we've got to look at changing that. We can't remain hidden. We have to get out and start living. We've got to get back to normal as soon as we can and expect some miraculous appearances to happen. Now, to get through this, to get this understanding, it says it's about Maya. So to help heal through that, it's got schooling, study, and education will help you. Now, that is really, really obvious at the moment, really important, because basically we need to get an understanding, some sort of learning and understanding about the situation and what's happening, because we tend to take on everybody else's thoughts, feelings, situations, and we need to be more mindful of how we feel, how our gut feels. We need to trust ourselves a little bit more and get a better understanding of what's happening there. And the best way to do that is to get it through education, but don't have to take on everything from education. Now, what I mean by that is that when I read a book, there's a lot in a book that I can take away and I can use and I can grow and develop with. And then there's a lot of stuff that you sort of go, you know what, it doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't quite resonate. And when it's like that, that's when we have to go, no, let's leave that. Let's let that one go. But just hold on to those things that are helping us. And this is what we look at with the block. It's about being in the dark and moving into the light, but it's moving into the light that is right for you, and you only get that through the education. And it doesn't have to be education as in organized education. It could be, to me, it's more about your gut feeling and how you want to be educated and understand that. Now, the results for the next week is Teresa. It's a bit of time out. Now, you've been busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Now, this reading, this spread itself, you know, with what I'm going in with my daughter at the moment and what she's experiencing with her work, her business and things like that, this reading is really, really relevant to her. And it seems relevant to me too, because I have been here babysitting, looking after my granddaughter. We've just gone through Christmas, New Year. We've put ourselves out there to help everyone, and it is time that we took a break. Now, if you're due to go back to work soon, this is really, really important for you. If you're due to go back to work soon, you need to do this sooner. If you're not due to go back to work until next week, you've got a bit more time to do this. But we're looking at this spread for the next week. So this spread, we're sort of going, okay, have faith and hope, because something positive is going to happen. Stop hiding or almost burying your head in the sand. Stop being in the dark, and you need to start to look forward and go to the light. You can do that by getting a better understanding of how you feel about the situation, what it means to you, and then give yourself some of that time out so you can absorb it. Give yourself the time out that you need so you're more refreshed when you're going back to work. If you're already at work, maybe this coming weekend is more about you going, okay, I've done everything else, time for me. So that is where we're looking at this week. This week really is about, oh God, I'm so hot. It is so hot here. I've got the aircon on, but it's not getting around this corner. So this week is all about giving ourselves some time out. And we can do that by having faith, by stop hiding in the dark, get a better education about what it is. And I feel that once we've got a better understanding of it, how we feel about the whole situation, we can then chill. We can sort of go, okay, it is what it is. This is what's happening. This is how I feel comfortable, and let it go. So that's the week for the 1st of January, for the first week of January, I should say. I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you had a lovely New Year. The podcast, like I said, on Thursday is a 6-month spread. That was a bit of a challenge. It's very hard to do a spread. I mean, I've done them for so many years, but you've always done them for somebody. When you're doing it as a general, it can be really, yeah, you can get a little bit lost with it, you know. So if I was looking at this spread for, say, my daughter, I can really hone in on areas for her. But when you're doing it as a general, it's not as easy to do that. But it's still enjoyable, and I get a lot out of it myself. So, you know, so be it. But anyway, that is it for today. Enjoy the rest of your week. If you start work next week, we will be back again at normal. I'm heading home tomorrow and get myself back into routine again, which would be nice. All right, guys, thanks for that, and I would check you soon. Okay.